Alright, I'm on hole number 9 of the Celtic Cup tournament. I'm in the Monday qualifying round of the rookie division, and hole number 9, we got no golf clash, no book, nothing's up on there yet, so man, I'm telling you, hole number 9 is brutal. And the best that I can bring out there is a Titan. I've got one Berserker. I'm definitely going to need a big dog in every bag that I have, and I'm not even sure if I get way down there, even if a big dog will help me. I think I already have one in that one, so let's switch that bag back up. I'd really like to use this bag to get into the hole and then go from there. So let's see if we can get it done with that club. Alright, hole number 9. I'm not sure if with lower level stuff if getting on into is even viable. Theoretically, there shouldn't be any difference. If you can get yourself down into this hole, a big dog hits 180 when it's max, it hits 180 when it's low. And so if you can get down into this hole right here and get as far down there as you can, it's not really going to matter. The trick is getting down into that hole. Because I don't think hitting forward is going to net you any more distance to the cup, and the angle from over there, you have sand traps and stuff that are in your way, and I think it's actually harder to get over to the fairway where the green's at than it is if you hit down into the hole, even if you short shoot down into the hole. Now if we could do a max overpower and end up way out there, then we'd be a lot better off. I wasn't on this hole enough to find out whether or not I could do a max overpower, but I don't think from our distance, I'm not sure that we can. What I'd really like to be is down in this area right here, so I'm going to come out 3 rings. I'm going to take out the wind, that's 2-2. I'm going to put on maximum curl. And I hit it great on the inside, which is going to put me way on the inside. So I'm not going to learn anything from trying to hit that forward, so I'm going to hit it to where I was trying to hit. I like doing those types of shots where you're setting up with curl. I like doing those types of shots where you're using max curl, because it's always really hard when you come in and you go, okay, and if you've played this game for any length of time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You come in and you go, okay, on this one I'm going to put on about half curl, and you end up putting a third on and it doesn't work out. And the next time you come there and you put on the half and it's like, oh, that was perfect, what's the deal? And the next time you come there you put on 3/4 and it doesn't work out. If you can set those shots up so you can do max curl, then my goal was to get, you look, see the distance I was there, my goal was to get right out into that area right there. Just going to pop it up. So we can see, we're not going to learn anything. I see a lot of times where people are playing a one-on-one and they're in a really bad situation and they do some max overpower, some weird shot where they don't have a shot. If you have a shot, you got to go for it. But if you don't have a shot, just hit to where you were trying to hit to. You brought the right clubs for that. My opponent's on in 3. Get in the hole. Now here's the deal. I don't know if I can get in the hole from out here. This will be the first time I've ever shot this shot in this account. And with that wind, if we had just a little bit of headwind, I could get over. But I don't think it's going to make it. There is a little teeny bit of forward moving wind there, but I don't think there's enough to get me over unless I'm in a big hole. So I'm gonna try it. Okay, that's where I want to be. It's about 2 rings. great to the right. Just barely clipped it. I'll have to go back and watch that video. If I would have hit it a little bit, if I would have hit it perfect, it might just have had enough room there. But in order to be able to get over to the other side with a max overpower shot, we're going to have to get deeper into that hole. There's just no two ways about it. And so either we're going to have to use an extra mile and put on the topspin and roll it up there, or I'm going to have to execute better on that. I would have much rather had my about mid club. Would have much rather had my Kingfisher right here. It's a little more accurate. 2.2, 1.9. It's just slightly over. And where it's at in its club, it's probably right about 2.2. Hitting it perfect. Just a little bit of an overpull. It's 1.9. If it was in mid club, it'd be would have been a very little pull. All right, that was hole number 9. So we still got some work to do on these lower level clubs, but I'm actually pretty confident. The 2 holes that I had difficulty on was hole number 3 and hole number 9, and I feel real confident on hole number 9 that we can get down in that hole. Now we'll have to use a max overpower shot in order to get that done, and it'll take a 3-power ball. There's just not enough topspin on a big dog to be able to stay on the other side max topspin it, because you can't put any overpower. If you're hitting over like that and bouncing it over, I think the topspin that you have it's only gonna get you like maybe halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way to the hole. So the only shot that we're gonna have getting on it too is to use a max overpower shot there, but we have to get deeper into that hole, and I didn't have to get too much deeper into that hole, but I'm gonna need to get deeper into that hole than what I was at. Hole number 3, that once again was the same thing. I was trying to do a max curl shot with my QB to try and establish what that would look like, and ended up hitting it 2 rings great to the right and ended up in the rough. But I feel confident on that hole as well that if I could have made it over right there, I would have been on. So I think it is doable. I think the one hole that we're really going to struggle on, and we're really going to have to make sure that we execute good on, is hole number 9. That's the hole that's going to be an Achilles wheel for people that have lower level clubs. But I'm here to tell you, if you have upper developed clubs, hole number 9 is still going to be difficult, because you got to get just as far into that hole, because your big dog hits 180 yards just like a low level count. You're going to have to get just as deep into that hole with your upper level stuff. So you may have a little bit easier time because your quarterback's got a little more distance and it's got a little more topspin. But it's going to be a difficult hole for everybody. But if we can take these lower level clubs and figure out a way to get it done every time, that's going to give us a leg up. All right, that was hole number 9 of the Celtic Cup and Monday's qualifying round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.